can say, can I get power? They can come more fight. If we no fight, we will not go. If we no fight, we will not go. Allahu Akbar.
Akbar. And talking about a throwback, this was a Tinubu. And some people, educated people, actually believe this this druggy. But it was pretty much like active, yes, senile, I think, not I.
But they will forget the other one. That is what they are doing with your money. Not enough that they are stealing from our children tomorrow for lack of investment in education. They are still embezzling the retirement benefit of hardworking Nigeria, including our grandfathers. They are stealing the port, the treasury, not even leaving some coins for us to war with. Let them be out. Out now.
Today, Nigeria is challenged. Economically challenged. Physically challenged. Security challenge. Who do we turn to? With Muhammad is the right man for the job. If you talk of military experience, he has it abundantly. If you talk of courage, he has it abundantly. If you talk of simplicity, he has it abundantly. If you talk of great determination, a combination of vision and ability to perform, honesty and integrity, he has it abundantly.
Nuisance, Lele.
That is their leader. They are insulting our leader. How can you sit there and allow them to be insulting our leader? I said, come. Well, Sumabi. Who are the leaders? Sorry, what do you say? Look at all these Igbo people. They always insult our leaders. They are insulting our leaders, insulting Awolowo, insulting Tinubu, hold on. How dare you put Tinubu and Awolowo in the same sentence? That's exactly what it is. That's their leader. The leader of the Ronukus. And that is who they want to defend. Though. They have nothing to do with Yoruba. That one no represent Yoruba by any means. So not in any way. After 1 year.
In the southern part of the country, and with the crude oil money from the Niger Delta, they are sharing it, giving them to the north. And Lagos is getting nothing. God will punish them from Buhari down to Tinubu, and the APC leaders, God will punish them one by one. This is the end of APC in Nigeria. We told them, Mama Shadi Awolowo wants Tinubu, Chief Ayodebajo wants Tinubu, he will never listen. And he has seen what the Fulani man can do to him now. He has never learned from history. The Fulanis, that is how they dethroned they made Afonja, they made him a useless man in Ilorin. Fulani took over Ilorin and they killed him. Ibrahim Taiwo, he was beheaded, a Yoruba man from Ogbomoso, he was beheaded in Fayewe Kaduna. That is how he was used and he was dumped. MK Abiola, that is how he was used. He was killed and his wife was also killed. Nothing happened. And the same thing will happen to Tinubu. The same thing, worst thing will happen to Tinubu. I pray to God that God will spare us alive. The year 2023, Tinubu, oh God, Almighty made me. Go Tinubu.
I played you that video so that all of you who usually every small thing, I just pity Yoruba people. See the man Yoruba people as, all of you bigots. When you look at Tinubu, And you've been looking for means of how to enter the Yorubas, and Tinubu is there to make you enter them. Yorubas do not support Tinubu. If you see any Yoruba supporting Tinubu, they are those who have been promised that they will be given something, or those they have managed to give something to. And what is that something? Cup of rice. Maybe 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. The rest is to ensure that violence plus the armed agberos, the armed thugs that they used in rigging their elections across Yoruba land, right? Yorubas are not that. I mean, if you know us well enough, but there are so many of you who actually grew up in Yoruba land. You are non-Yoruba, but wherever they are dragging Yoruba because of this Tinubu, now you they go first see there. I know them very well. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's unfortunate though, but yeah, we do know his likes, but they do not represent the majority of the Yorubas, because if all of us were like them, many of you will never stay in Yoruba land. These guys, if they have the power of what they have in their mind, many of you, your parents, all of them, you will not even have anything to do with Yoruba land if they have their way. It is because the majority won't let them have their way. It's unfortunate they have political power. And the Nigerian system allowed them to rig it wherever they want. They do not speak for us, people like that. And then you see those, you will see, no matter how Yoruba they suffer, they will tell you, not this one, not this Tinubu. You won't see them close to some of these, they cut them blood money, and they speak out so clearly. But to the ones they've managed to capture, well, blame the system. Here is a Yoruba man too, Bob D. He was a guest of Seun Okinbaloye, who returned from the US. I think it was last night. Was it last night or this morning? I think it was this morning, right? So Seun is back. He wasn't sacked by channels. They can't afford to, I think. So Dele Momodu was there with him, and then giving his own assessment of Tinubu's 1 year. It is a long watch, okay? Let's enjoy it.
Thank you so much indeed for joining us tonight, Chief Dele Momodu.
Good evening, Seun from Lagos, and you are welcome back to the land of your forefathers. We were all worried when they said you were sacked, but we're happy that you are back.
Thank you so much indeed. Let me begin and take you up quickly on some of the content of your letter, of open letter to the president. And you told the president that you know him very well, is your friend, and also that you will tell him the truth. But there are those who have criticized you that you're probably speaking as though you are an opposition. You've worked in the PDP. You've worked for Atiku Abubakar. And there are those in the APC who will say, oh, Dele Momodu, hold on for a moment. Allow this president to settle down and get things done. There are those who believe that Bola Tinubu is fixing Nigeria, and the fruit of his labor and his effort in governance will yield fruit. Have you listened to that narrative? And how do you reply to those?
Well, you've asked so many questions in one sentence. And my answer is very simple and straightforward. One, I did not say he is not trying. But what I'm suggesting is that there are some urgent steps I expected him to take, and those steps have not been taken. Those who say, oh, I should allow him to settle down. I've been in politics, analyzing politics in Nigeria since 1982, 42 years. And I can tell you that more often than not, the beginning always determines the end in Nigerian politics. I have no doubt in my mind that this government is not ready, and I will give you my reasons. But before I do that, let me tell you that one of the reasons it took me about a year plus to write this letter was that I listened to different people. There were people who called me directly. Some people called my family, say, oh, Tinubu is your friend. You were together in exile, and I appreciate all those sentiments. So you would have noticed that even my column on the back page of this day, I rested it in the last 1 year deliberately because I know I'll be tempted to write some things which some of these elders that I respect so much will frown at. And that's one of the reasons I didn't write anything. I remember a general, a retired general in particular, who called my wife and said, "Oh, no, Dele should leave Bola alone." And I said, "No, I'm not holding him. All I think I owe him is to tell him the truth." Let me tell you, I started my life from Ife, from reading Professor Wole Soyinka. You can see the book does not even have a cover. I bought this book in 1978 on 24th June. The man dies in all who keeps silent in the face of tyranny. So I have seen that this government would wish, if possible, to have a one-party state. So, but why did we go to exile? Why did people die for democracy if at the end of the day, we're not going to practice democracy? Is it not hypocritical of me and the rest of us if we don't speak truth to our friend, which we were able to speak to Obasanjo, we were able to speak to Yar'Adua, we were able to speak to Jonathan, we were able to speak to Buhari. Even Buhari, who left power as an APC president, APC is attacking him today. So why should opposition logically not be able to speak truth to the APC ruling government? So that is where we are. And what did I say to him? That Nigeria is heading, one, in the wrong direction, heading into trouble. I saw what happened and still happening in Kenya. Oh, it's our leaders in their moment of giddiness who say, "Oh, it cannot happen here because we apply ethnic coloration. We have a Yoruba president, whether we like it or not, he must do his 8 years. It's enough that he's fighting. It's the obedience." I mean, all these things we've heard before. It does not help a nation. So I expect the president to do the following. One, cut the waste. It is too much. It is gargantuan. I remember Chief M.K. Abiola used to say that there is enough for the need of every Nigerian, but there is not enough for the greed of some Nigerians. Nigeria, God has given Nigeria everything that we need to survive, and not just to survive, but to make progress. But unfortunately, some politicians are not ready. They are not prepared to downgrade their lifestyle. And I keep telling them, if you know that politics is not profitable for you, you can go back to your business. I've been doing my own little business. I'm a man of modest income. I've never been in government. Tinubu was governor for 8 years in Lagos. Did you see me there? I didn't ask for appointment. Buhari, that I supported, after 2 months, I saw he was going nowhere. Immediately, I apologized to Nigerians. And so why should I now keep quiet and not be able to talk to my own friend and my own brother? And some people say, "Oh, but you could have requested for an appointment to see him." I said, no, I will not allow myself to be blackmailed by busybodies who are waiting. Dele will soon go to Aso Rock to go and beg for appointment. And that's the cheap blackmail that we all get in Nigeria. A man who has been who has never been in power in 42 years. You are now saying he is desperate. No, I'll be 65 next year. And I have my plans already for my retirement. I've completed the leadership center in Ibadan with library, with everything. The path I've chosen for myself is different. I want to be free to tell my friends the truth, because in the future, someone will say, but you spoke about all the other leaders. How come you couldn't speak about Bola Tinubu? And that is why I am addressing this letter to the president, that please cut the waste. That is the number one. It's very urgent. Then empower our youth by igniting a vocational revolution. It's not just about people going to school. We have so many graduates, if not millions of them now, who can find jobs. There are things you can do. Now they say they are sending 50,000 naira to about 3 million Nigerians. I beg, how does that make sense in a country of over 200 million people? That money could have created more than 1 million fresh entrepreneurs who will be who will get 1 million each immediately. And then those ones, you have the domino effect. Those ones will now employ people, 5 to 10 people each. You don't give, there is no way you just give money out as if it's water. The Buhari people did it. They will put cash on table. At this time and age, in these modern times, put cash on table. And people will queue up like beggars to come and collect 5,000 naira. It's demeaning on Nigerians. Nigerians are too brilliant, too energetic, and too ambitious.
If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Here is a successful, again, a town hall, different from Blue, Bulaba.
Bob D. And see on your screen, right? Let me take all of the tag off so that you can see the names of everybody. See, Tinubu, Dele Momodu, and Mani Onumonu in exile in 1995. In exile. 1995, 1996. When the UK government was their own host, and Bobo Chicago on the left, Tinubu, he was then running away from his heroin trafficking trade in America at the time and joined the National Democratic Coalition, ADECO. You see the one on the left, Dele Momodu again, Bajabia Mole in the middle, and Fayewon on the right. So they opened a radio station for Fayewon in London as well. This is them, inside the Dele Momodu's house. I think it was actually like, according to him, in Ghana rather. This one is in Ghana. So according to him, right, they were the host of, I can't remember, I don't know. So this was how close they were, all of them, back then, right? And it wasn't just, like among, people like Onofunuga. This one on the left, this one were like the local ones. You get now the local Chihuahuas in Nigeria that immediately they managed to get $1,000, $2,000 from Tinubu. They were ready to lick his ass. So on the right, like you have the northern Keniko ethnic group. There is this one called themselves Yoruba Youth Socio-Cultural Association. It is why you adore Yoruba. They said no protest in Yoruba land. Look at his face. Look at the way his face. Now this one be the local Chihuahuas. If I have money now, right? Let's say if I have money, like I make so much money from drug dealing abroad. So if I return to Nigeria, there are those who are in Nigeria that looks like this. Here you get, they are the local Chihuahuas. Whatever you want them to say, they will say it. Whatever you want them to defend, they will defend it. They will link it to tribe, link it to religion, just give them some crumbs. It doesn't matter their education, but you can easily tell the poverty on their, you know what I mean? Like, Buruji Kashamu, a drug dealer, became a senator in my own state, Ogun State. There are those who would still fight you till tomorrow. That he was a great man, he was a good man, because he was generous. He changed the life of some of them. According to them, he changed my life. Now, Buruji changed my life. Now, they changed my life. If you now say, but he's a drug dealer, say, and so, my friend, are you there? It's all nonsense. It's not true. People just, his enemies always say that about him. Eshoji not do. Buruji Kashamu. Enemies saying about, it's his enemies that are saying that. No, it was his brother, not him. That's to tell you how much people are ready to defend anything horrible as long as they can get a crumb from it. I've seen that happen many times. Today, I chose to go back and throw things back, and I'm throwing back to the day Nnamdi Kanu was with the Undigbos in America, and he warned us of what to come. I think it was a 2013, 2014. 10 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, almost everything is said there, they have come to pass. Reason why they won't let this guy go without a double assurance that it was not going to make their life hell again. And it will make their life hell again. Ladies and gentlemen, Mazi.
One big, massive problem we have. The same thing that happened in our Bible. If they succeed in triangulating, because in life everything is in triangle, if they get away, if they take you, what happens, then we are finished as a people. Completely gone as a race. You will come back home, you don't know the way to your father's compound, because they are coming. Boko Haram is everywhere in Biafra land. They will overrun us in a matter of minutes. And the world will not talk about it. Because mankind is afraid of Biafra. They believe that Biafra, after Biafra comes, the world will come to an end. Ask any wise man, they will tell you. They believe that Biafra is the last miracle. Once it comes, life will come to an end as you know it. They will know that they are wrong. We know that this very promise that was made to us a long time ago, only if we go back to the Most High, we will realize our potential must be seen in our lifetime. Biafra is very old. Those who don't know what Biafra, I'm from Afara, a place with B.I. in front of my village, you have Biafra. So we know who we are. We are not mistaken about our belief in the irreducibility of Biafra as a nation, as a people, as those who have come here to bring life to the world. That's what we answer Indian person. There is no place you go to Mujubu and say, I don't know, not even the Jews answer Mujubu. I'm sure you know what it means. We have a place in Enugu called, what's that again? It's called Oman Igwe. Is that correct? The children of the kingdom of heaven. I don't know what else you need. We shouldn't be here in the first place. We should be in our land development during it. So I can travel all the way from my village and I can go to, maybe travel to Amansi and then go back the same night. We have the potential in this room to do it. Only if we can rise up to that very challenge. That is why the same way that Israel stood against every God is how Biafra is going to stand. Not just as a pinnacle, it is about the ability of the people who are downtrodden, people who we have pressed down for very long, but as a willing testimony to the kindness and the goodness of the Most High Biafra. I thank you all very much for listening, and I do hope in time to come that you bring yourselves to appreciate what Biafra is. Thank you very much.
He was there to address the World Igbo Congress. Half of them hated him. And you know why? Because they feel like, let the sleeping dog lie. Can we not just talk about Biafra anymore? Let's forget it. And they found out that he wasn't just talking about it just because for talking's sake. He was so deep in it that he was determined. And when Nigeria kidnapped him the first time, they kept him for 3 years. And they finally let him go. But, for 2 years, they finally let him go on a bail that he must not be seen in the midst of more than 5 people. That same day, Nnamdi Kanu broke that same agreement because it didn't make them. Here is a long watch. So those of you who said that the violence that you are witnessing in Igbo land today, or they are politically sponsored or known gunmen, the terrorists there, right? And some are saying that things have gone so much out of hand that Nnamdi Kanu cannot control them anymore and all of that things people are saying. It is Nnamdi Kanu. He is Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, if you have not, because you've not really seen him for so long, you probably have forgotten who is Nnamdi Kanu, right? And here I have something somebody shared today, and I said, I'm going to share this with everyone. It's nostalgic. This was just about 5 years or so ago when Nnamdi Kanu and the Nigerian police and the rest of them were doing what they knew how to do best, trying to possibly kind of intimidating. But when Nnamdi Kanu arrived, the way he was coming, police had to move without violence, without assault, without anything. If you want to know who Nnamdi Kanu is, truly, that you probably, Nigerian government have probably making forgotten. Some of you have turned to experts on IPOB. This is Nnamdi Kanu. Free him and save him. It's a long watch. Sit back and enjoy it.